Congrats, Michelle. I heard you're gonna be getting married soon. That's wonderful news.
What? Who told you about that?
Remember Sonia from our high school lacrosse club? Well, I met with her for coffee this afternoon for the first time in a while. She told me that she and you work in the same office for the same company. And what's more, she said that you're going to be marrying the CEO. My jaw just about hit the floor when I heard that. Seriously, way to go! I am so happy for you.
Oh, wow. She really told you about all that. She's always such a blabbermouth. I wouldn't be surprised if everyone we ever went to school with finds out about this before the end of the week.
What's wrong with that? This is wonderful news. I'm sure everyone will want to congratulate you. In fact, I was a little disappointed that you didn't tell me yourself. I'm your best friend. Why didn't you tell me you were getting married? Why don't we get lunch together soon so you can tell me all about your hubby-to-be? It's been a while since we last got a chance to hang out. We've got to talk about the wedding, too. I've got a few ideas for gifts and whatnot.
Thanks, but no thanks, Christy. I appreciate your congratulations, but I don't need any wedding gifts from a poor girl like yourself. I'll have to kindly turn down your offer for lunch, too.
What?
You heard that I'm marrying the CEO of my company, right? That will officially make me the wife of a CEO. As in, a woman of high status. I'm afraid that means I'll have to start being more selective about who I choose to spend my time with from now on. I won't be able to go out for lunches with mere commoners like you anymore, Christy. I have to think about my public image.
You're joking, right, Michelle? All this stuff about me being poor and a commoner is in pretty bad taste if you ask me. We've been close friends since we were kids. I know you like to tease me sometimes, but don't you think you're going a little too far?
Excuse me? You thought we were actually friends? Whatever got that idea into your head?
What?
Sorry to break it to you, but I've never seen you as a friend of mine at all. We may have been acquaintances when we were students, but I don't believe our relationship ever really went beyond that. I never counted you among my friends. In fact, I've never particularly liked you at all. Quite the opposite, really.
What? Michelle, what are you saying? You're taking this joke way over the line now. We were super close back in high school. We'd have lunch and walk home together every day. We spent practically every weekend together, too. We were besties, weren't we?
All that time I spent with you back then was like pulling teeth for me. It was nothing more than a torturous waste of my time. You thought I actually liked hanging out with you? That would almost be funny if it weren't so sad.
You're actually serious, aren't you? You've really hated me this whole time?
That's right. I always hated how you'd show off how good you had it at home. You would always look down on me because I only have my dad to rely on.
What? Michelle, what are you talking about?
Every day you'd eat your homemade lunch that your mom had so lovingly packed for you right in front of me. I always wished I had a mom to do that for me too. And on the way home, you'd always drag me to the corner store so you could use your allowance to buy a snack. You just wanted to show off how much more money you had than me.
I never meant to show off anything. I honestly had no idea you felt that way, Michelle. Besides, you were the one that would always suggest we stop by the corner store. In fact, I can remember a few occasions where I asked if you were sure you had enough money for it, but you always said you were good for it. You'd always end up buying way more than I would, too. I think the most I ever bought from there was a candy bar or a small bag of chips.
Of course I said I was good for it. Do you have any idea how embarrassing it would have been for me if I had to admit that I couldn't even afford a few candy bars or a bottle of soda? I ended up wasting what little allowance I had trying to save face in front of you. I may have been the one to suggest that we go to the corner store, but I always wished that you turned me down. But you never even noticed. You were totally oblivious the whole time, and I've always hated you for it.
Are you serious?
I barely had enough money to scrape by back then. Sometimes I'd even have to swipe a few bills from my dad's wallet when he wasn't looking. I hated you for pushing me that far.
Excuse me? That doesn't sound like it was my fault at all. Don't blame me for your mistakes.
Shut up! I never would have even thought about doing that if it weren't for you. It is your fault, whether you like it or not. But now the tables have finally turned. Even though I came from a low-earning single-parent household, I'm now going to be marrying an extraordinarily rich CEO. My life is about to change completely. I guess this is what they call a rags to riches story.
Michelle.
Meanwhile, you still haven't found yourself a man, have you, Christy? You're still working as a secretary in that tiny little office building, aren't you? I can't imagine your pay covers more than your rent and bills. Your life must be pretty boring. Do you even have any friends at all? If you do, I'm sure they must be just as poor as you.
This doesn't have anything to do with my work or my personal life.
I guess that's really all you can say, isn't it? Just admit that I've thoroughly got you beat here. You can't deny it. The gap between us is just too huge to ignore. Now that that's out in the open, I'd like it if you could stop pretending like we're friends.
Hi, Christy. It's been a while, hasn't it? I hope you've been doing well.
Oh, hello. Yes, it's been quite a while. I've been all right, thanks. How are things with you?
I've been doing quite fine myself. Thank you for asking. So, I think you've probably heard this already, but Michelle's going to be getting married soon. So, I've been feeling quite energetic lately. There's a lot to plan for, but I'm so happy for her.
Congratulations to you both. I'm glad that Michelle was able to find her special someone.
Yes, she's found herself a very nice young man. I've been looking forward to the wedding myself, but I was disappointed to learn that you weren't planning on attending. Are you sure there's nothing that might make you think it over? I'd love to see you there.
I beg your pardon?
I heard about it from Michelle. She said she invited you, but that you wouldn't be able to make it to the wedding on account of being busy with work. Are you sure you can't talk to your boss about rearranging your schedule or taking the day off so that you can come?
Michelle told you all that, did she? That I couldn't make it to the wedding because of my work?
That's what she said, yes. But you two have been good friends for a long time now, haven't you? Since you were in middle school, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sure that it would mean a lot to Michelle if you could somehow make it to her wedding.
Are you sure about that?
What are you talking about? I know she'd be thrilled. My Michelle's a sweet girl, but she's always been a bit shy with others. She's never had too many friends, you know. But I have to say I'm thankful to you as her father for sticking with her all this time. I know she appreciates it too. If you'll indulge me, I want to make sure that her wedding is the very best it can possibly be. Having her closest friend there to celebrate with her seems like one of the most important elements of that.
I see.
So please, see if you can make some time in your busy schedule for it. I know this is just the selfish pleading of an old man, but I would really, truly appreciate it.
Well, okay, if you insist. I'll see what I can do to make time for it.
Oh, thank you so much, Christy. I know you haven't confirmed anything yet, but just having you say that you'll try to make it happen means so much to me.
What the heck are you doing here? I don't recall ever sending you an invitation. I don't want any poor people at my wedding. It's an exclusive gathering for social elites.
Wow, your wedding is even more impressive than I imagined. It's so elegant and refined. I'm actually starting to feel a bit tense. I guess CEOs really go all out for their weddings, huh? They're on a whole other level from us common folk.
Christy, did you even read what I just sent you? You weren't even invited here. You've got some guts to just show up without so much as a written invitation.
What are you talking about, Michelle? I've got my invitation with me right here.
What? I never sent you anything like that. You must think I'm pretty stupid if you think I'll actually believe that you somehow got your hands on one.
But I did. The groom sent me one in the mail. I don't appreciate you calling me a liar. Haven't you ever heard the phrase, innocent until proven guilty?
You're kidding me, right? Don't tell me you printed out a fake invitation just so you could get into a fancy wedding. My soon-to-be husband wouldn't have any reason to send an invitation to someone like you. What a terrible lie. The lengths you've gone to trying to overcome your impoverished background are truly remarkable.
Excuse me?
Did you think I'd just put up with you once you had weaseled your way in here? Did you expect things would be like they were when we were in school, and I'd just go along with whatever you wanted to do? Well, I'm sorry, but times have changed. This is my wedding, and I get the final say. And I say that I don't want any lower-class commoners here.
And that would include me, I take it? You're saying I'm a lower-class commoner. Technically, I'm actually middle class. Thank you very much.
I can't possibly make myself any more clear here. We are through. Get out now. I don't ever want to see your face again. I'm about to marry a powerful CEO and don't have time to waste on the likes of you anymore. This wedding is exclusively for people with real money and status.
But that powerful CEO was the one who invited me.
You really expect me to believe that?
Like I said, I have the invitation he sent right here with me in my purse. It has his signature and everything. Are you really sure that kicking me out is a good idea? If word gets out that someone the CEO invited to his own wedding was chased out by the bride for being a lower-class commoner, don't you think that will reflect poorly on him?
What nonsense are you blabbering about now? Why on earth would he have invited you in the first place? My groom is the CEO of one of the biggest companies in the country. There's no possible way that he would invite some random common woman like you to an event like this. Why would he even bother wasting his time on you?
Maybe because he's my cousin?
Wait, what?
Oh, did I forget to tell you? We're related! That's why I was able to come to such an impressively lavish wedding. He made sure to invite me along with the rest of the family.
Wait, hold on just a minute here. You're related to him? You're his cousin? Why am I only hearing about this now? That doesn't even make any sense. Your family were never all that rich.
Well, my uncle on my mom's side married the daughter of a very successful businessman. He ended up founding a company, and his son, that is, the groom, aka my cousin, succeeded him as CEO after he retired. If you don't believe me, why don't you just ask him directly? He'll definitely back me up. We're around the same age, so we used to spend a lot of time playing together when we were kids. I'd always look forward to seeing him at family gatherings and stuff.
You're actually serious? You're telling me that you're related to some of the most powerful businessmen in the country. Why did you never tell me about that? After spending 6 whole years of our school lives together, I can't believe I never heard a word of this from you until today.
Is it normal for friends to tell each other about their extended family members and what they do for a living? Besides, they're not directly related to me. My uncle married into the family, you know? I only really ever got to meet any of them maybe once or twice a year. I never really felt it was anything worth bragging about. It didn't really affect my own family all that much one way or the other.
But I ended up working for his company! And so did our former classmate, Sonia! Did you ever think it might be worth mentioning to either of us that you were related to our boss?
Like I just said, it's not like he's a part of my immediate family. We're on good terms, but we aren't like super close or anything. It'd be kind of weird if I tried to play up such a tenuous connection, so I never bothered bringing it up in the first place. To be perfectly honest with you, my uncle and cousin's company doesn't really have much bearing on me at all. So I never felt like it was something that I needed to share with my friends, even if some of them may have ended up working there.
Well, I suppose that makes sense. But still!
Oh well, forget it. I only came today because your dad asked me to. But it sounds like you really don't want me to be here, so I'll just take my leave now. Sorry for the trouble. Take care, Michelle.
Wait, my dad asked you to come?
Yeah, he did. I guess he must not have told you, but he texted me a few weeks ago practically begging me to come to this wedding. He said he wanted to make sure that your best friend was here to celebrate your new marriage with you. He was quite insistent, actually. I felt like there really wasn't any way I could refuse.
Are you serious?
He had bought into that line of crap you fed him, hook, line, and sinker, too. Something about me being too busy with work or whatever it was. He was begging me to ask my boss for the day off. So even though I hadn't planned on coming, I decided to accept my cousin's invitation after all. Despite all of your complaints, I'm supposed to be here to celebrate with you.
I don't believe it. Daddy really went out of his way to ask you to come? For my sake?
I know you don't want to hear any sort of congratulations from me, though. I don't see any of our other former classmates here after all. You said it yourself. You don't want any of us poor people here with you. Well, I wouldn't want to ruin your special day any more than I already have. I'll take my leave now.
Wait just a minute!
I hope you enjoy the rest of the wedding now that the attendees live up to your high standards. I'm just going to go and say hi to your dad for a minute, and then I'll get out of here. Goodbye, Michelle.
Christy, I'm so sorry. I can't believe my fool of a daughter treated you that way. Never in a million years would I have thought that she didn't want you to come to her wedding. And for such an utterly absurd reason, too. I don't know what else to say, other than that I am truly sorry on her behalf.
Oh, you don't have anything to apologize for, sir. It's not your fault at all.
No, I'm afraid I do have to bear some of the responsibility here. I did my best to raise Michelle right, and to teach her proper manners. But somewhere along the way, I must have made a mistake. I can't believe she turned out like this. It was really difficult for me to raise her without her mom around. Even though I tried my hardest, I guess it just wasn't enough.
Please don't say that, sir. I have nothing but respect for you and everything you did for Michelle when she was growing up. We went to school together, so I got a pretty good picture of what her home life was like. I remember she'd always bring these really nice-looking lunches that you'd packed for her. You always gave her all sorts of yummy, healthy, homemade food. Nobody could criticize a parent who would do that for their kid, especially if they didn't have a partner.
Thank you so much, Christy. It really means a lot to have you say that. But I still just feel totally rotten for how you were treated today. I'll have to give you a more formal apology some other time. I really want to make this up to you. You really put up with a lot of verbal abuse. I'm sure you must have been quite hurt.
I'm fine, really. We can meet up in person sometime later this week if you want. But for now, shouldn't you be focused on celebrating your daughter's wedding? She may have her issues, but I'm positive that Michelle still loves you a whole lot. I know she'd want you to be celebrating the marriage with her without any reservations.
I understand what you're saying, but I don't think I'll be able to do that after all. I feel like I don't have the right to be here since I'm such a pitiful excuse for a father. I'll be heading out soon myself.
Really? You're leaving? Are you sure that's a good idea, sir?
I've somehow raised my daughter into an adult without ever teaching her the importance of treasuring your friendships. As long as I'm thinking about this, I won't be able to contribute anything to the festivities today. Not to mention that Michelle said to you that she only wants rich and influential people here, right? It's clear that I'm just a nuisance here, so I'll just quietly remove myself and let everyone else enjoy the wedding.
No. Please don't be so pessimistic, sir. I'm telling you, you're overthinking this. You're Michelle's one and only father. She loves you, I'm sure of it. I can't imagine she'd ever think of you as a nuisance.
Maybe you're right, but maybe not. I don't have the confidence to say for sure. Right now, I feel like I'd be better off visiting her mother's grave and apologizing to her for failing to raise our daughter properly.
Oh, sir.
I'll contact you again about meeting in person so I can give you a more proper apology and make things right. I'm really, truly sorry about all of this, Christy.
Christy, what am I supposed to do now? My dad left the wedding, and I don't think he's coming back. He said he wouldn't be able to join us in the celebrations. He said he couldn't believe that his own daughter could disown her closest friend that she's known for years.
Wow. He really left, huh? That's really too bad. But I don't think there's anything you can do about it. You should probably just try to enjoy the rest of the wedding. The whole event is so glamorous. You really shouldn't let it all go to waste. A wedding like this only comes once in a lifetime, you know?
How am I supposed to enjoy anything now? My dad's gone. Who's going to walk me down the aisle? How am I going to explain any of this to the groom's parents? There's no way we can actually have the wedding now. We're going to have to cancel the whole thing.
Well, that's certainly a shame.
I'm sure all the guests will want an explanation, but there's no way I can tell them what happened. I couldn't possibly say that I treated my friend like a leper and chased her out of the wedding just because she wasn't rich. Especially considering that you're actually the groom's cousin. And that my daddy was so ashamed that he left the wedding. I couldn't breathe a word of that to anyone, no matter what. I just die of embarrassment and shame. I've only ever been sweet and kind in front of my fiancé after all. He's never seen that side of me.
It seems like the sheep's clothing you've been wearing is going to have to come off sooner or later, isn't it?
Please just come back to the wedding hall. I'm begging you. If you come back here, then I'm sure Daddy will come back too. We can have the wedding like we planned and everything will be fine. If we don't, then everything will fall apart. Please help me, Christy. You're the only one I can count on.
Are you serious? You're the one who told me to leave in the first place. Now you're telling me to come back because you can't deal with the consequences? Talk about selfish.
Don't they say that a friend in need is a friend indeed? Well, I'm really in need now, so please help me.
Oh, we're back to being friends again, are we? Isn't that just a little too convenient for you, Michelle?
What do you mean?
Well, I had originally thought that we had been best friends since middle school, but it turns out that I was mistaken. As you so politely informed me, we were never friends in the first place, correct? According to you, we were only acquaintances. And now you're calling yourself a friend in need? Don't make me laugh.
Christine, please just hold on a minute.
Well, I'm sorry that I spent all that time misinterpreting our relationship as a friendship, but I promise it won't happen again. I can guarantee you that we're on the same page now. I fully understand where you stand, so I won't bother you by forcing my way into your wedding, okay?
What are you talking about?
I really enjoyed the time we spent together in school, but it was really a huge drag for you, wasn't it? You really hated having to eat lunch with me every day, didn't you? And even though you'd always invite me to come with you to the corner store after school, you really didn't want to go there at all. It was my fault for not being able to read between the lines. So now that I know that, I realize that even though you're saying, please come back to the wedding, what you really mean is, please don't come back. I'm glad we've gotten our whole miscommunication issue all cleared up now.
No, Christy. That's not what I mean at all. I really do want you to come back. I swear it. Please listen to me. I'm asking you from the bottom of my heart.
Oh, I see what you're doing now. You think you can trick me, but I know better. I'm not falling for it. For now, I'll just play it cool and stay put at home. Don't worry about my wedding gift. I'll send it to my cousin tomorrow morning.
I don't care about your gift. Please just come back to the wedding. I need you here right now. Please, Christy. I'm sorry for everything. Please come back.
I'm gonna go now. Have fun at your super fancy, expensive, rich people wedding. And enjoy your new life as the wife of a CEO. We may not be friends, but as a former classmate of yours, I'll still be wishing for your happiness. After her father had left, and with no chance of him coming back, Michelle had no choice but to cancel the wedding ceremony. Afterwards, the groom's parents reached out to him asking why he disappeared, trying to understand what had happened. He explained that he was ashamed to have raised a daughter that would get so swept away by her fiancé's fortune that she would abandon her oldest friend, and left the wedding hall in embarrassment. Along with that explanation, all of the awful things that Michelle had said to me were brought to light. When he found out, my cousin said that Michelle wasn't the kind of woman that he thought she was, and decided to call their marriage off entirely. Later, Michelle's dad told her that he felt that he had completely failed her as a father, and asked her to cut ties with him completely. I honestly felt quite bad for him. It wasn't his fault that Michelle turned out this way. I have to admit, I felt a little bad for Michelle as well. She must have been a total wreck after hearing that from her own dad. She was so shocked by the 1-2 punch of losing both her fiancé and her father that she quit her job and has been living alone ever since. Hopefully, once she's had time to reflect on her mistakes, she'll be able to repair her relationships and forge new ones free of prejudice.